and today I'm here to do another Top 5 Wednesday. It has been quite some time since I did one of these videos and I forgot how much fun they were. Every week always get me thinking. I really have to think through my options and remember like all the books that I've read. But I am back with another Top 5 Wednesday, so I'm so excited to be here. This week's challenge is unlikable protagonists, but I'm not going to do that one this week because I really couldn't put together a cohesive list of protagonists that are unlikable but I like, because I could only think of one or two and I was like, no. So I'm going to be doing last week's Top 5 Wednesday, which is favorite side ships, so ships that do not involve the main protagonist of the story. So I'm very excited to do this one because I love ships. I love me some side ships. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into the top 5. The first book that I have here today is slightly more obscure, but also not really because, you know, everyone's gonna know this book. And that is Finnick and Annie from the Hunger Games series by Suzanne Collins. I'm picking up Catching Fire here because I feel like that's when we first meet Finnick, even though Annie and Finnick's wedding is actually in book 3, Mockingjay, in District 13's bunker. So yeah, it's a bit more obscure in the fact that, you know, we never really think about Finnick and Annie, but I really love Finnick's character as a whole, and especially Sam Claflin played him so well, like so gorgeous. But I like the story of he was the youngest winner in the history of the Hunger Games at age 14, and Annie was also a winner, but it sent her crazy, and he looks after her in such a lovely way to help her through her nightmares that they all probably have from the Hunger Games. But I just love their relationship so much. It's very sidelined, so we don't hear too much about it, but I thought it was a great one to include. Number 2 on my list, from going from least favorite ship to favorite ship, I am going with Fergus and Masali Fraser from Outlander. This is Voyager, where we sort of hear a little bit more about them together. So if you're a TV watcher, I'm not really going to be spoiling anything too much, or even a book reader of the series. It's not really a big spoiler. We picked up Fergus in the second book in a French brothel, and he became sort of Jamie and Claire's sort of son in a way, and so we do follow him through his childhood and into a bit more of sort of teenage and adulthood, and he meets this lovely girl named Masali, and honestly they're just such cute characters because we've seen so much about Fergus. We've grown up with him in the last couple books and going into the 4th book, Where I Am. So it's so nice to see him, I don't know, get married to Masali, or well, they go get married at some point. And I don't know, it's just like a nice little side romance to Claire and Jamie's obvious romance. And I just wanted to include it because I love Outlander with all my heart. Number 3 on my list, I feel like I'm not sure if these characters actually got together, but it was a big ship anyway and super important to a lot of us, and that is Wylan and Jesper from Leigh Bardugo's 6 of Crow duology. This is the second book, Crooked Kingdoms. Such a lovely romance. It's one of those stories where there's two people from completely different worlds. Wylan, who is Vanek's son, and Vanek is, you know, like the master of bloody Ketterdam, so he's rich beyond belief. So Wylan is his son, but, you know, is sort of a bit of an outcast in that situation. And then we have Jesper, the gun-wielding mischief maker, part of Kaz's squad, who's supposed to be going to Ketterdam to university, but lost all his money betting, and here he is today. So it's such an unlikable tale of them two getting together or having these feelings for each other, and it's pretty sort of obvious, but I don't know if they actually officially get together in this series, but there's definitely something going on there, and I just love it so much. They're just so cute. I'm sure fan fiction on them. There is a lot of photos on Google of them together, so I just love them together. The next two on my list are from none other than Queen Cassie herself, and the first one I'm going to talk about because it is my second favorite side ship of all time, and that is Malik, Alexander Lightwood, and Magnus Bane from the Immortal Interim series by Cassandra Clare. As I said, this is book number 2, City of Ashes, because I don't remember if they got together in the first book or the second book. book. TV show's throwing me off here. I can't really remember when it all happened. But this is such a great tale because Shadowhunters are pretty much like not supposed to be gay, I guess. Is the general theme we're going with here. This is set in like 2008, so maybe it was slightly less acceptable back then as well. I don't really remember. Yeah, Shadowhunters are supposed to be so pure, and you know, dating a downworlder is frowned upon, and also Alex had not come out to his family, and you know, he's dating a warlock, you know, the High Warlock of Brooklyn. It's just a great story. I can't go into too many spoilery details, but there is quite a future in some of the other books that we find out about, but in this series in particular, it's just such a good romance because there's so many ups and so many downs, but they really love each other. This is one of all book lovers' favorite ships, so of course I had to add it onto this list because Malik is everything. And my all-time favorite side ship, I don't think anyone's not going to be able to guess this because, of course, it is Sizzy, Simon and Izzy, also from the Model Instrument series by Cassandra Clare. This is City of Glass, the third book, because this is like the deciding point between Maya and Izzy, and I'm just so happy. I love Sizzy! They had such a different storyline to how the TV show is playing it. I think from the TV show standpoint, they made it obvious very fast, but at the same time, we're really not going in that route at the moment because we're with Clare, and it's very weird, the TV show, so we're not going to talk about that. But Sizzy in this book is just so great. I don't know, Simon is just such an innocent little human until he has turned a vampire, and again, another situation where Izzy is dating Simon, he's a vampire, so dating a downworld or Shadowhunter thing is, you know, frowned upon as well by the Lightwood parents. They have 2 children that are dating downworlders. Simon just learned so much from Izzy, and they just go so well together. I don't know. Just if you read this series, you just get all the feels. I can't really explain what makes them so great. Such a great couple because Izzy is such a badass, confident chick, and Simon's just so innocent and cute. I can't go into more details about how their storyline goes or anything or other. It's another trying relationship. It has its ups and it has its downs. Sizzy, like, I'm sure you've heard Malik and Sizzy, those 2 words before. If you haven't, then I don't know where you've been in the booktube world. So there you guys go. That's a look at my top 5 favorite side ships for this Wednesday. Sorry again to be a bit off topic and do the wrong topic for this week. I'm so happy to be back doing top 5 Wednesdays, and I had so much fun. Anyway, I will see you in my next video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye! I don't remember. Focus. Second book. Must be. Down, down. Leigh Bardugo's from the... Also, Magnus Bane and Harry Shum Jr. do a